Hey, what's happening out there today? Remo back. We are out on the new Highway Haulin 3 map. Still haven't really thought of a name yet. Now that it's starting to look like something and kind of getting to the point where I would like to throw a name on it, so I have a few suggestions from some of you, and if anyone else wants to chime in before it's too late, let me know down below. Today we're in the A-Rocks by Iceberg, towing around the TWM trailer. I'll have them linked down below, the mods. Don't know if this, I think this one has a console version. I'll link it as well. Try and get everyone satisfied here. Anyways, what we're going to do is kind of a simulation of what one of the tasks is going to be, and it'll be in a bigger scale than what we're doing, but we're going to go run over to the dealership. We're going to pick up a truck and we're going to go for a cruise across the map on a brand new road that I've been working on, or kind of area across the map. Just check out how the road looks, how the land looks, and kind of talk about what kind of missions and stuff we're going to be looking at on the map, and what we can do with it. Again, just kind of showing everyone the progress, and chime in what you like, what you don't, what you want to see. What I've essentially been working on here is kind of connecting the two towns. There's one in the corner by the airport, and then there's the bigger town area here. I also went ahead and added in a small dock area at the end of one of the rivers. It's not going to be a big bringing cargo containers kind of area, but it is going to be a place to launch the boat. So we're definitely, I wasn't going to put it in this map, but I figured it's fun to drive it around and then have to actually back the boat into the water, because you'll swamp the truck if you don't turn around and put the trailer in backwards. This is our little dealership here that is actually supposed to be built, but I didn't code it in. It will be in the game. We're just going to park here and go grab the truck and drive it out. You'll see it's kind of a tight little area, but my vision with this mission when we actually get out and have this map available is having 3 or 4 different, trucks that are the same that need delivered to some spots. So you can see here I've got kind of an international theme, because there's a few different trucks. There's a Scout too, so I might make it an international dealership with some Durangos and what are those, old Impalas maybe? Anyways, we'll make the best with what we got, but that was a thought, was delivering a few trucks to different households and maybe businesses. Again, it's going to be a little more simple, this map, when it's a single version. A lot of this region is going to hinge on actually getting cargo from different maps and bringing it back to open up areas here. So when the single map comes out, it is going to be mission wise quite a bit different, quite a bit more simple, but there'll be a lot of running around to do, and essentially I'm just going to have these cargo areas already open, where in the region you're going to have to do some work to get them open, to start building the houses, and there's garages around, there's going to be hay bale pickups. I put in a few things, like I'm going to have a water tower, we're going to do a water mission. Speaking of which, I am going to get to the fix on the dive right in task on Sherwood, and I would, or not Sherwood, on the region, Highway Haulin 2 region. Must have coded it in wrong. Anyways, I will get to it in the next couple of days and upload a update, fix that. So let me know if there's anything else wrong while I get into it. We're just going through the train station here. I still haven't done much with the areas. I'm kind of laying out the roads, laying out, different houses around the map. I put in a small camping area. There is, when we get up to the intersection up here, this is where the cargo from the rail yard is. So think cargo containers. Bringing some stuff over, may even make you unload it into the train containers, was a thought. Another idea I had delivering the trucks was having a few, maybe like a Lodestar, if we're going to make it an international dealer. This is new area. Up to the left is this one of the open spots in the opening you saw that didn't have anything on it. Still working on it. Anyways, back to like maybe deliver a Lodestar and a Scout, maybe a lifted Scout to a customer across the map, but it's like a contest and you can't have any damage. That sounds like a challenge, especially when you want to go fast on these roads. I've just got highway tires on this, low suspension. I always put the crane on my truck on highway maps because that little extra weight does help. I do find that not holding the trigger button, if you're playing on controller, I do. Not holding the throttle all the way down, but letting off just a hair so it's not always pushing harder on the wheels. There just seems to be a break loose point. I've tried to, as you can see, build these roads with a bit of up and down so you're not just high speed straight all the time, and it's a little more fun to drive on. There are some straight stretches. This is definitely a map you could get some of the little cars out and play with. This is all new area I've just been working on now, this road. I actually had this as a dirt road originally, and I switched it over because it just, the way it came along the valley, it's essentially there is a paved road all the way around the outside of the map. And then all the interior of the map are dirt roads, and some better than others. The bigger hills are on the dirt roads. I'm going to have a few dirt roads that are shortcuts, but are going to be a lot dicier for carrying the bigger stuff, so you maybe have that want to take the shortcut, but could be a little more dangerous. Pretty happy with the look of this so far. I'm only doing guardrails on the asphalt paved roads. There was a dirt road. That was a shortcut kind of road that's going to be a little tough to drive on. It's going to be narrower and a lot more hills, and I'm probably going to have a skinny little bridge. Down there is kind of the port area that is going to have a few things, and definitely going to have to back the boat into the boat launch. I saw on Discord that they were talking about a couple new trailers in the next season, season 15, and I'm kind of looking forward to that. They're always fun missions because they're just a little bit more challenging, the bigger, longer trailer. We're coming almost down into the other town. This is going to be mostly houses, a few stores, and again we have the airport, so there's going to be some stuff in and out. This map is going to seem small when played by itself because you can get across it pretty quick with how good the roads are, but just keep in mind it's going to play a lot differently when you have to actually venture out to the other maps in the region, which are going to be a lot more challenging. You can see a little bit of a mission happening back there. It's going to be a lot of that kind of stuff on this map. Like I said, building houses, building shops, making factories bigger, or upgrades, opening cargo areas. And it's just going to be the patience of getting all the other maps built together. It's got to be a 4-map region with how much I want to make the other maps more challenging, and it's really just, again, it's going to feel real small, this map. I mean, we're on the other corner of the map and it took a matter of minutes. I'm just going to go up and check this little group of houses up here. Drop the truck off, and then we'll go check out one of the farms afterwards. And nothing's in around these. Oh, I'm losing connection. Jeez. Alright, we had a minor battery issue in the controller. Got that sorted out. Always keep an extra set charged up. I just use rechargeables. They don't last as long, but At least they're not a pain in the butt to refill. So we'll probably have maybe some store or food deliveries or recovery finish locations, like where you drop the truck off at houses like this around the map to kind of incorporate it so you're not always just dragging stuff back to the garage. Just unload this guy. I'm almost, as you can see in the opener, I'm probably about 90% finished covering the map, and that's when I'm going to start going back into these specific locations, and you can see there's a shop built here. So again, this might be a place where you deliver a piece of machinery because this fella's opening up a new business or something, so there'll be a few chances to go up to a spot like this. But soon I'm going to start working in the little stuff, the gardens, the chairs sitting at the house, all the lights, that kind of stuff. Right now I literally just put these models in and kind of pick their places, get myself all sorted out, get the road system, because that's a big thing, is flattening out the road system and making it work takes a lot of time. And you want to have just enough of a shoulder in a map like this, so I got to spend a lot of time just kind of tweaking stuff, and if I change one thing I have to change the way it interacts with the other road, and it's just been a process. But now I'm just kind of trucking along, Snowrunner, ha ha ha, and really starting to hit a stride in terms of my plan and what I'm doing and where the mission layouts are going to be. And just because you don't see something used when I release the single map version doesn't mean it isn't going to be something more fun when we get into the region. We're just going to head up and check out one of the farms, which is just kind of laid out in the middle of the map. There's a few farm areas. We're going to use each one of them for something different or something to get delivered to. Overall, I'm really liking the realism factor on this one. Like, it just definitely feels like driving around where I live. Although we saw a tiny little bit of snow for about a minute yesterday. It was 9 degrees above. I'm not sure what that is in Fahrenheit, I apologize. 60s 16, so probably like 50s. Still snowed a little bit, and a little bit of ice pellet garbage. And in 2 days we're going to be 20 degrees again, so it'd be what, 65 70 up and down with the temperature. But we're definitely well into fall. The leaves finally dropped the other day, so this is going to be a fairly typical back road. There'll be bigger hills as you get in along it more. We're just kind of ducking out right here. Let me know what you think. Ideas for missions. I'm going to use some of the stuff I've used in other maps. You know, I'm thinking things like the bowling alley, bringing wood over to get it repaired. Maybe a feed store somewhere. You notice, you may have seen there, but we got the animated horses that the devs put in. I love that they've been putting in stuff like that. I know the guy drinking coffee's everywhere, but it at least adds a little bit of life in. Same with the birds. There's a few animated things that if you look around, they'll be there. It really helps make the world feel just a little bit lived in. Maybe Snowrunner too. Anyways, appreciate you supporting, watching. I'll talk to you again real soon.